Reid Henrichs with Valor Ridge, and today we've got the distinct pleasure of being out here at CSAT, Combat Shooting and Tactics, with Paul Howe. And Paul's been training people for a long time, and we had a 3-day patrol counter-ambush class, so this law enforcement class. And Paul, we can tell people out there what kind of problems are officers facing, what do you see happening in the future, and how would you like to address that?
What we try to do is give back here and have a soft spot in my heart for law enforcement. They've been victimized for about 8 years under the DOJ and the former administration. People look at them as evil. They're not. They're trying to do their job. So what we want to do is give them more skills to come home at the end of the day. Now, there's ups and downs in training cycles. We need to get back to training the average patrol officer how to keep their head up, their eyes open, see the target indicators, and react accordingly. So it's really the basics. We want to teach the basics on demand. You know, with the class, we started a calibration firearms. It goes back to just the basics: how to load your rifle consistently so we don't go click in a shooting situation. And then from there, how to deploy, work around our partners, do it safely, work downrange, move around, recover people, bodies. All that, and know what areas to cover, what to look for, indicators, and then pass that knowledge on to all the other shifts. Again, what happens with patrol, sometimes our training sergeants get a little weak, and what we need to do is get them out of their office, run small scenarios for patrol, day shift, night shift, and if they have a problem with that scenario, reload it and just run them through multiple times. Take about 10-15 minutes.
Moving left. Moving left.
He clears the corner, yeah.
Alright, get with the casualty.
Moving. Move.
And get them tracking so they leave, they go back to the street. They've done a lot of good things. They have worked their weapon systems, marksmanship, and they feel good when they go back out. They can make sure their gun works and then issue them new ammo at the same time. And then what happens is you make that happen, say, every month. That's 12 times a year they're training now, instead of just that one, what we call it, in-service qualification. It's not. It's got to be a repetitive cycle where you get them up to a higher level, because patrol is so important in making or breaking the initial contact or situation.
Yeah, that's very good. The class, we accomplished all those things over a 3-day period. And one of the this is actually the second time we've been out here this year, and I wanted to make sure that all of my guys out there came and trained with you, because we like seeking out. We don't get a chance to train very often. When we do, we want it to be practical. We want to be able to pass it on to our students, who include law enforcement, who include military, who include people just trying to defend their home and their family. Practical things. And one of the most important values. One of the most important values that I've seen evident at CSAT is just total practicality. And your experience as a trainer, which is a few decades, right?
Okay.
It's been a while. And if you guys want to look at Paul's resume, it's like it's all out there, it's all available. But when we look at things that are practical, where would you like to see the direction of training in the next decade? What would you like to see done?
Really, it's just doing the basics on demand. If you can do the basics on demand, you're high speed. So we've got to get back to simple things, simple fire maneuver.
Now look at his status. Is he pressed out? He's pressed out, so he's got work, right? So you're making your way. Moving pass! Move up! Right, he's down, so you can pass. Good, Reid. Okay, we can start creeping now because we don't have a shot.
Move it up! Coming by, coming by, coming by.
I just got to hit my natural feel. You got it, you got to give it up. Move it! Look at his status. Is he in high ready or is he in Sewell? He's in Sewell, so you can go forward. Move fast. Got it. All right, move it up.
You know, we've never done that. That should be taught in the academies, but we're not doing it. So we've got to take the patrol officers to higher levels. Technically, SWAT should be training. That's the special forces of your department. SWAT should be working with patrol, getting them up to higher levels so they resolve situations a little bit more efficiently and safely. So it's just a continuing cycle. So that's I'm going to be walking off the radar screen pretty quick. I'll be cherry picking my trips, throttling back. I've been doing this for about 37 years right now. So folks like Valor Ridge is where I kind of direct folks. They're a class act. When they come in, they're shooters, conscientious, safety, attention to detail, doing great things out there. So actually I want to go out there and just see their place, and I may try and do that this summer, get some trigger time myself, because right now I spend about 80% of my time doing infrastructure maintenance and all that, and a little bit of training. So again, these folks are on my list to, you know.
Oh man, thank you. When I first came here, it was refreshing to see the fundamentals just keep being done. Fundamentals, and it was each and every time. Every round was shot with a purpose. That's one thing I noticed about not only the tactical rifle operator class, but the patrol counter ambush. Every round was purposeful. Every round mattered, and it was for a specific purpose, and that was just a good thing. But in your extensive experience, what is the biggest crossover between the military and the police and civilian self-defense, what would you say?
What I would say, really, I try to put it all in one. If you can teach one system that'll cover law enforcement, DOJ, MIL, it's all the same, State Department, whoever. So one discrimination, one safety, the tactics. We don't change different things for different agencies. It's all the same, and people looking for a different, answer. There is none. It's doing the basics on demand, discrimination. We're accountable for that round. Target's forward round, target leave. The round leaving the target. We've got to make sure all that, because whatever environment, it can cause a problem. It can injure one of your own people. It can injure a civilian, innocents. We want to terminate the bad guys efficiently and quickly. No lost rounds, and that's the end goal. Keeping America safe for democracy. That's what it's all about.
I got one question for you, and this is one final one, nothing crazy. What would you like to see for the future of this country? I mean, within your lifetime, what would you like to see for the future, big picture?
A lot of it's just responsibility. Part of the reason I like firearms is it teaches an American additional responsibility for training, self-defense, their kids, and what happens unless we pass those lessons or that responsibility on, we become a society with that responsibility. And then we take what we've got for granted. Our country, our history is written in blood, and a lot of people take that for granted. And we've created a generation of liberals that don't appreciate what we have. I've been overseas multiple times, and I've seen what they don't have. They've got lots of heart, but the amount of wealth here is staggering, and the standard of living is incredible. We need to appreciate that and make better kids, better Americans, better citizens. Otherwise, we're going to lose what we have. And so that's what I look forward to, trying to pass in that life ethic, that work ethic. And I think firearms is part of our history and nature. There are bad people out in the world. And if we don't stand up and carry a sword, we will be living underneath somebody that does. And so as simple as it is. I don't see it in the near future to where everybody's going to be happy, joy like liberals want. It's just not that way. We have to be proficient with our weapon systems and be strong, and simple as it is. Otherwise, somebody's going to take that place. And I ask people, I said, if we're not going to be a world leader, who do we want to follow? Mm-hmm. And the simple is, we need to be the world leader. We need to set the standard out there and keep the bar set high.
Wow. Yeah, it sums up kind of that sums up what we feel about things. You guys have been watching us for a while, that. Folks, Combat Shooting and Tactics, also known as CSAT, professional, class act, from Paul all the way down to his staff, every member of his staff, professional, helpful. Get out here and train while you still can. I don't know how much longer, he doesn't know how much longer, so you want to take that opportunity from one of the original, just one of America's most professional soldiers and one of America's best firearms instructors. I highly recommend coming out here and taking a class. Any final words, Paul? Anything you want to pass on?
No, you may send me a Valor Ridge, so if I'm not here, you know where to find me.
All right, well, I just want to say top-notch class act from start to finish, and I couldn't thank you enough.
Hey, you take care, be safe. All the folks that interact with their class act. So again, I'll see you on the range.
Hey everybody, appreciate it. If you found the information helpful, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook, links down below. And if you want to get some professional firearms training, coming out to Combat Shooting and Tactics while you can, coming out to Valor Ridge when you get the opportunity. You're going to be around for a while.